Hello. Hello, and Happy New Year. Uh, my name is Mars, and welcome to my second ever, technically third ever live stream, but hopefully my second technically successful live stream of Slay the Princess. I am very excited to get back into this game. I haven't touched it since the last time I streamed it. Hi, Leah. Happy New Year. Yeah, I haven't played this game at all since the last time I streamed it, and I kind of was going back and forth on whether or not... Hi, Windbroom. I was going back and forth on whether I wanted this to be a pre-recorded series or a stream, and I decided to go with streaming because I want to shift focus on my channel a little bit to include both pre-recorded stuff and streams, and I had such fun with this one last time, so I thought, hey, I might as well keep going with this one as a live series. So I don't know, not too many people watching right now, but I see really no reason not to just jump back into it.
You're on a path in the woods.
Here we go.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright. So, we're getting the same narration as before, but I assume that since I saved my game last time, it's going to remember some information from what I did last time. Although, whoever that being that the princess was absorbed into at the end said that we would lose our memory, the character. So I don't really know. Alright, last time I did not question the narrator very much, but I'm going to question him now. The end of the world? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
They improved the voice acting in an update. I don't really know what there would be to improve, because both of the voice actors in this game are so good, but oh boy, I don't even really remember what dialogue options I chose here last time. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not going to kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out, which she will unless you do something about it.
Oh, audio quality. Okay, that makes sense. Just like refining it. Okay, I didn't know that the issue was not just her existing, the issue was her getting out. What happens if she gets out then? I want specifics.
The more specifics you have, the harder it will be for you to do this very important job. She's a princess. People will listen to her, because listening to her is in their nature. And when they do, everything will come crashing down.
Okay, so she's gonna use her clout as a princess, I guess. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist? Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress? If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
The fact that they chose a British voice actor for this augments it, I think. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? I feel like we don't have a lot to back up saying this, but I might as well say it.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
You're a certified monarchist because she's pretty. She is pretty, but I wonder if maybe she couldn't do something more productive with her life
Before you
than
decide to waste even more of our
being
time
a
by
princess.
asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation. Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that. It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything. Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
He's avoiding the questions. Yeah, he's definitely a slippery character with... I mean, I feel like I've been spoiled a little bit because I'm on the Black Tabby Discord to talk about Scarlet Hollow, and, you know, I stay on the Scarlet Hollow side of it, but occasionally spoilers do leak through. So I know that the narrator is not... He's kind of up to no good. I don't know how, but yeah, he's definitely fishy. Forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Can't someone else do it?
Oh, if only that were the case, but I don't make the rules. I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far, but unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off.
He is a fish.
Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Alright, I know I asked about the reward last time, because I was like, I'm gonna be all gung-ho about killing the princess. Okay, so here's my thought process. Last time, I listened to the narrator, right? I listened to the narrator, I attempted to slay the princess, although I am kind of aware that by talking to her first, I messed that up a little bit. If I had just tried to kill her without talking to her first, something different might have happened. But we don't just start with the narrator, do we? We start with the narrator, and he hasn't come up yet, but we start with another character, the voice of the hero. I think I want to do what the voice of the hero wants to do this time, and just talk to her. Look, I'll go to the cabin and I'll talk to her, and if she's as bad as you say she is, then maybe I'll slay her. But I'm not committing to anything until I've had the chance to meet her face to face.
Then I guess we'll just have to see what happens. But a word of warning. If you go in prepared to hear her out, she could easily trap you in her web of lies. And the more you listen to her honeyed words, the harder it'll be to pull yourself out. Then each and every one of us is doomed. So sure, go, talk to her. See how that turns out for all of us.
Alright, here we go.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right?
There he is.
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
You got very grumpy in my last playthrough, hero. But we're gonna do what you want to do.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Alright. Proceed into the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. So, to go along with the I'm just going to talk to her and see how things play out route, I'm not going to take the blade. Another spoilery kind of comment I saw in the Discord is that just having the blade can escalate the situation. And I want to keep it as dialed back as I possibly can. So I'm just going to enter the basement unarmed.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
This feels different already. I don't remember if she talked to us in a way that was so innocent sounding last time. And I don't remember the hero commenting on her voice.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Lie, I'm here to save you, or I'm here to save you. I'm here to save you.
How many times do I have to tell you how dangerous letting her out of here would be before it finally sinks in?
Wait, really? You're here to rescue me? I was starting to think I'd be stuck down here forever. Come downstairs. I want to see the face of my rescuer.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. I can't believe you're here. I've been waiting for something like this to happen forever. I hope you brought something to deal with these chains.
Don't do it. If she gets out of those chains, we're all one step closer to the end.
I unfortunately don't. It's Princess. Is this the most princessy princess of them all? Alright. Should we talk to her or just examine the chains? Let's be trusting. Trusting is all trust can get. Examine the chains.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
Yes, hero, we're doing this for you.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
No, I'm sorry.
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
Happy face, yes. And if there isn't a key, do you have any other ideas? Or I'm going to check upstairs. Maybe the key's still lying around somewhere up there, and if not, maybe I can at least find something to break you free. Check upstairs. Take
Okay.
initiative.
I'll be here. Good luck.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place.
Uh-oh. Is someone else here, or did she do that?
Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
Okay. Let me out of here.
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done.
Okay.
You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
Well, I don't know how the blade would have helped me open the door back up. So, shut up, narrator.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
Uh-oh.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely
Oh,
hesitates
Jesus.
before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
This shit comes at you fast. Like, you don't really expect it when it happens. Oh boy.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing.
Oh jeez, it came real suddenly.
It's the blade from upstairs. You're not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike, it's now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
Save her. I don't even get an option. I have to save her.
Fine. Against your better
Oh!
judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound on the princess's arm, just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place.
Oh, we're gonna cut her hand off. Great.
You cut into her flesh.
Oof.
The blade is sharp, and it
Ugh.
takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm.
Yuck. Ew, ew, ew. Ugh.
Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit.
Ugh.
She didn't so much as utter a sound through the whole ordeal.
Oof.
No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
You love the art in this game, Leah? Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous and grotesque. Abby Howard is a very, very talented artist.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Okay. We'll do what you say. Oh, my blade has blood on it now. Great.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Are you gonna do something, narrator?
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade.
He's taking control away from me.
Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
Ah, there, found it. Warn her.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
You're controlling me, dude. I don't like it. Resist.
The blade. Move the blade.
No.
As your body remains frozen in stubborn resistance, the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
Oh no, she's gonna kill me now.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
She's trying to exorcise us or put us out of our misery or something.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
Stay
She
strong.
missed?
We can tough it out until it's done. For her sake. For her sake? Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic gesture. The two of you have literally doomed everyone. Whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again and again, and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
Oh. She's too sheltered. And yet she's doing this.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
I'm so sorry.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor, your blood pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right?
I'm guessing there's gonna be another loop. Like with the razor.
Oh, that That's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice. It's over. Everything goes dark. And you die.
Chapter 2, The Damsel. Okay.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Okay, so just based on the names of the princesses that I've heard, I kind of expected that this would lead to the damsel, because this is the more traditional kind of princess that the hero thinks that we're going to save. And I wonder which voice is going to join us now.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Oh, you bastard, you're in for it now. I'm wise to your tricks.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
What? Why is he capitalized? Has that been capitalized before? He's God?
Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he? If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
Alright, so the Smitten has joined us.
Our beloved? Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all assassination attempts you've got in the works. We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. Sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek.
So I'm guessing it's going to be like the last one where all of the voices join us by the end, but the Smitten is the star this time, like I believe the Cheated was last time.
What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
Okay. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all of this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Okay, I feel like I've heard this dialogue option before.
You were the one who did us in, villain.
Yeah.
Well, not you in the literal sense, but you did everything you could to stop us from rescuing her.
No, him in the literal sense. He took our body over, and that's why she decided to kill us.
Oh, I wonder why. Maybe it's because the entire world was at stake. No lone princess is worth that price. I beg to differ. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just going to take a deep breath and assume that whoever is making the decisions here has the common sense to ignore your protestations. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Hero's getting grumpy again. Does he get grumpy every time there's nothing we can do to keep him happy?
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died? Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Yeah, narrator is clueless, but is he though? I think he's a big old liar.
She would never. She's a perfect angel that you cruelly imprisoned as part of some convoluted, dastardly scheme.
I don't doubt that, Smitten.
Convoluted? I don't know how this premise could be any more simple. Princess bad, stop her, save everyone.
He thinks we'll listen to him. So that makes him clueless. That's true. I'm with them. I'm going to find a way to save her from that cabin.
That's right, you can't stop all of us. We're going to sweep her off her feet if it's the last thing anyone does. Are these really the sorts of people you'd like to align yourself with? You're not at the cabin yet. You still have plenty of time to reflect on the situation. I just hope for all our sakes that you make the right call.
Alright, talk about the princess?
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her. She could barely hold a knife. How is she supposed to end the world?
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. Maybe it's her beauty that threatens the world. Sure, it's her beauty. Why not? And before you ask, no, we can't just keep her down there. If you don't slay her, she's going to find a way out. It's unfortunate, I know, but it's just the way it is.
Who locked her in that basement, and what is this place? We might have asked this last time, but since Smitten is here, we'll probably get some extra dialogue from it.
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Yeah, I definitely asked this stuff before. What aren't you telling me, though? I'll ask this. I know I definitely asked if people locked her away, why couldn't they slay her?
I told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult. Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Okay, that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Let's proceed.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
The author? Who is the author? Is that an extra entity that might be even further controlling the strings? If there's an even higher being than the narrator, that honestly wouldn't surprise me.
We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in. I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
Yeah, everything, most of what I'm saying is guesses too. It's fine.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed.
Haha.
Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Alright, proceed.
The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped
There's
in
the mirror
fine
again.
threaded tapestries. A prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Alright, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm not gonna take the blade again. This whole cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Is it? I can't say I was paying much attention to the scenery last time around.
Oh, you weren't here last time around.
Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. Stop letting yourself get distracted.
Alright. You didn't say anything about the mirror. Let's just approach the mirror, because we definitely asked this last time. But maybe the Smitten will say something. I don't know.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here.
Yeah, there he is.
In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Why would you lie about that? What's the point? Alright, last time the mirror just disappeared every time we tried to approach it, so...
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? If you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done.
Oh, was that just agreeing with the narrator? Damn it. Let's approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
It still looks like the mirror's there.
And now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
Alright, so we are a bird person and everyone knows it. Alright, enter the basement. No blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight. But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, it looks so lovely. Look at these beautiful candelabras on the wall.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already. I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation.
Doesn't this game advertise itself as a love story? If I want to be in love, I'll be in love. Come on.
You walk down the stairs and lock
Ooh.
eyes with the princess.
Her dress got
There's
more
a heavy
floofy.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall.
Yeah. There's definitely Disco Elysium influence here. There's Disco Elysium influence in Scarlet Hollow too, but it's really strong here.
My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
I wasn't lucky enough to get to play Disco Elysium with voice acting. I played it before the Final Cut version came out, so there wasn't voice acting. That would have been cool.
You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero.
Ah, he liked that. Hero like that.
Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
Oh, really?
That's right, villain. And you killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time.
You hope to be the first? What? Yeah, there is a window. So if the door slams behind us again, we can go out the window. That's true.
Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her?
Yes, because this is the path that I have chosen.
We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
You killed me last time. I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again? What happened after I died? Did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
No, it wasn't. I don't want the world to end. People are a plague, and I hope you know I don't want the world to end.
Then I didn't end the world.
See? She didn't confess anything. She is innocence itself. I'm not so sure.
I'm sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do?
There's that capital H again.
She doesn't. There's no one else like me.
What was that entity at the end? Is that the entity that absorbed all the different versions of the princess into her? With all the hands? Is that not her version of the narrator? I kind of assumed it was.
I think he's right, because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
I still can't do that, man. What happened after I died?
You died, and now we're talking.
The hero is downing her more than before, yeah. The hero is a very interesting character, because I feel like he's the most pliable of all the voices we've seen. Like, I don't even really know how to explain it. The rest of them seem like very one-note characters. The hero being probably the best representation of our protagonist's psyche on his own. Like, I don't know, he changes. He changes more than any of the other voices do. You died and now we're talking. Alright, let's just rescue her. I understand why she killed me.
No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her?
Oh, I didn't even click forward that dialogue.
I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Hey, Smitten, I didn't give you permission to do that.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings. And doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you. There's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
Nothing gory's happened yet, and I'm really, really worried about when that's gonna start happening.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh.
Aww.
If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back, and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
Oh, she's so cute! And I know something terrible is gonna happen, but she's so cute.
What do we do now?
What do you want to do?
Let me guess. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
Titty jump scare. Yeah. Yeah, that happens with Abby's female characters. They all got big uns in Scarlet Hollow too.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world?
Okay, Hero's getting convinced.
You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection, and then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I mean, if she wants to leave, let's leave. Do you want to end the world?
Are you seriously asking her that?
Oh, we've been over this one. No, I do not want to end the world.
Oh, good. There must be something you want.
I just want to make you happy.
I want you to make me unhappy. Why'd I say that? But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
I swear, she's getting more and more anime every time. Should I just keep asking her questions to see if her face gets even cuter and cuter? Music change? Yeah. Oh yeah, it is getting a little spookier. You have to want something more than just making me happy.
Okay, find something else to want if that makes you happy.
Oh my god. I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now? Like we're the only ones here?
And they lived happily ever after. It's all she wanted. Oh! What? That ended early. You don't get the chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
No. She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
This feels like playing D&D and asking an NPC that was supposed to be just that, super intense questions. Yeah.
Is that a... Look. Why is it here? Why now?
Of course you're scared. This is the end for you, but it's not the end for me.
What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now. Do it then. End us all before I die of a broken heart.
Okay. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. The bloat, you've grown? Have I? It's been a long time since I last played, so I don't really remember what I looked like before. Should I have not kept asking questions? You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Should I have just been like, I want what you want. Let's go. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed? When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? Once you're finished, I'm gonna kill you. it would be funnier. Oh my god, there's so many things we can ask her. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why could I not do the same things I've done before? Okay, I'll ask a few of these questions, sure. Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
My mom just texted a bunch of my family members that I'm streaming, so, oh god, how many people did she text? If any of my family members jump in, welcome. This is a horror game. It's spooky. But thank you. Thank you for checking it out anyway. Alright, what does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection.
Oh, hi, Mom.
Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together.
Yes, the voice acting is gorgeous in this game.
It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do? I'm not gonna tell her that I'm gonna kill her. I'm just gonna ask what does she want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was.
God, I'm gonna have to rewatch the stream again and listen to this entity's dialogue a second time, because it's very poetic and I feel like it needs more time digesting it than I can give it in a stream.
I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Okay. You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Okay. I wanted her to give me a hint on what new things I should try in the next loop, but this is fine too. Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
I felt bad for her. So naive. So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
Okay. Hi, Sandra. I think that's Bubby. Hi. Welcome. Thank you for checking it out. How many more vessels? What should I ask next? I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but they are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them you are a gate to something more, and you are something more than that, too. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
Okay.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
Would I want to know how many more I need? No, I think I can figure it out and go with the flow. Okay, this is interesting. I didn't notice this. So, are the paths that I've already gone on are completely blocked off mechanically? Is that what this means? So, even if I tried to go down the razor path again, or the damsel path, like I couldn't? Okay. You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Alright. I'm ready to go back. I could attack the entity or destroy my body, but I don't want to attack her. Like, as we said, she's the only one who's been kind to me, so...
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Okay. Everything goes dark, and you die. The idealized vessel. Bring the deconstructed damsel to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Deconstructed.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Alright. I'm feeling like I can go for another loop. I'm feeling some momentum, and I feel like we didn't bring the fully realized damsel to her, I don't think. So I think we didn't have a whole thing. Because when I brought her the razor, the achievement was like what was I about to say? Sorry, I got distracted by a message, but I want to finish what I was saying first. I forget what I was saying. If you're taking audience suggestions, I would love to see you leave her down there this time. Okay. I can do that. Does that mean turning back from the path?
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Alright, so all of this stuff... Does that mean turn around and leave? I can try that. Razor achievement, yes. When I got the razor achievement, what it said was something along the lines of bring the razor complete or full to her. Something like that. So I think that I didn't really do the damsel right. Talking to her and then leaving her down there. Okay, I can do that, sure. Just silently continue to the cabin. I can do that, KD. Thank you for the suggestion.
Short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
There's a second way we can do the razor. Okay. Maybe I'll check that out again at some time, but I want to keep getting new perspectives, as she calls him, for the time being. Alright, proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. I can go down without the blade. If I'm just gonna leave her there without trying to kill her, I won't take it. I know that'll probably change things, but I'll just go down to the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life. Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Alright, what should we say? If we're gonna talk to her, should we say, just checking in on you?
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on, let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess?
Oh, is that what you were referring to before when you said it's Princess Windbroom? Must have been. Okay, so these are our proceeding options. Keep her locked away, so that's probably what we're gonna do. Retrieve the blade. Examine the chains. That's what we did last time. I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Well, we need to know how she stayed alive.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
What are you going to do if I let you out of here?
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter. It's not like you'd believe me.
Okay. Is Princess your name? I feel like we've moved on to kind of depressing topics, and this is a silly question, but okay.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Okay. So I'm guessing that going up to get the blade after talking to her might have a different outcome than the razor, but what we're going to do is keep her locked away. And we'll ask this last question first, even though we know that asking the explore questions, we know that now that that isn't necessarily safe to just do without progressing the story, but let's ask all these questions. You're supposed to save the world. Since we're gonna leave her down here, I'm starting to think it's true. There's something about you that doesn't feel right.
Would everything feel right about you if you were locked away in a hole by yourself for as long as you can remember?
Just how long has she been down here?
So, did they tell you why I'm supposed to be so dangerous?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Alright. What if I just stayed and kept you company? That's something. Alright, but we had a suggestion. Keep her locked away. I'm going to keep you locked away down here for a bit. At least for a little bit. We can get to know each other better while I decide what to do. Keep her locked away. Give me time to think on it.
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
Yeah.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out.
Well, I've made my choice, narrator.
So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help.
Oh. She's mad. She's mad now. She's about to show her true colors.
I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
Lock her in the basement.
I know you think this is some kind of fair compromise, but it isn't. No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
Oh, she's mad.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing.
The damsel was able to slip her chains. So, anything can happen, right?
Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your way.
Okay.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Sounds like she's out of her chains. Oh boy.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. But it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Oh, where's the blade now? It disappeared. It disappeared just like the mirror appears and disappears. The blade is gone.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You won't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
Oh boy.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience. So all of that was just an act, wasn't it? You're not really innocent or harmless. You're not even a princess. You're a monster. Ignore her. Call her a monster, because that's clearly what she is.
I can be innocent and harmless, if you want to be. Teasing me with fresh air and a chance to finally live freely doesn't inspire me to play nice.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall. You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
Okay, I was expecting her to be bigger.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Alright. I was expecting her to be, like, very large and monstrous, but now she's more ghost-like.
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Oh, this is giving me, like, anxiety. Oh my god.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
Oh.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
Do we? I don't think it's the end. It hasn't been the end before. Oh.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay. The nightmare. Oh boy. Have we found the scariest one?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
She's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone as skilled and courageous as yourself. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
No, it's not the scariest one. Great.
Shh. What if he hears us?
The paranoid. We got the paranoid on our side.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Alright. This we've already asked before. We can hear the paranoid's thoughts on it, but let's just proceed to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Oh, I feel like Paranoid would want us to, like, turn and leave, but we've already made our choice here.
The interior of the cabin is plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement
Oh
doorway.
god, why is there no door? That's scary.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame.
And it's wide. It's really wide, too.
She's already got out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us?
Oh, thank you for pointing out the windows, Katie. I just straight up did not notice them. Ugh. I mean, these faces kind of look like Muppet-shaped, so that kind of takes away the scare factor a little bit, but oh, it's spooky.
I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
Okay. This whole cabin is different than I remember it being.
Very different. I'm not the only one who sees her in the window, right? She knows that we're here.
Oh. I guess that's supposed to be her. I kind of see... Oh yeah, the tip of the tiara. I kind of see that. Did we prove she can be a monster, or did we help her become one? Very, very ambiguous, that.
Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died. You certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
I think I'm gonna take the blade this time. Just ignore the mirror and take the blade.
You reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
'Cause she's spooky, this one.
Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself.
Alright, narrator, let's get one thing clear. I'm picking up the blade because she's real scary, and I need to protect myself, not because I want to listen to you.
Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
This is just an insurance. A bit of insurance, the knife is. Let's ask about the mirror.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the floor, and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
Yeah, I feel like we should go through these, like, second chapter dialogue options about the mirror and stuff every time, because I think we get a different voice in the second chapter every time. And we want to hear what he has to say about it, you know? Just approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Alright.
Reach forward and
It's
rub
gone.
your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Yeah, I know.
Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
Alright, enter the basement.
You cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps suspended in darkness.
The eyes blinking. We need a mani-pedi, yeah. Although, you know, those kinds of talons, you know, I don't know if they work as well with a mani-pedi because they stick out from the tip of the finger rather than, like, being on it. So I feel like a manicurist wouldn't know what to do with those. Ugh, trying to distract myself from how spooky this is. Oh my god.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Ugh, you always say that. I have a feeling she's responsible for the state of this place.
Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard, but then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Okay. I'm gonna talk to her, or I'm just gonna kill her. I don't know what I want to do. Talk to her or just kill her? I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. I don't want to give the narrator any credit, so I'm just gonna step off into the void between the stairs. No. That's too scary. Continue down the stairs in
You make your way
silence.
to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge,
Ugh.
you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Yeah, I love that. Eating yourself between the stairs is an option. Yeah, I would have taken that, except for the fact that I don't have a problem with heights. I actually like the thrill of heights. I do have a fear of falling, though, so I did not want to go with that. Alright. Opposite directions, left and right.
She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. Somebody needs to be the voice of reason here, and it certainly isn't you. Excuse me, I'm being incredibly reasonable. You're the one who's just matter-of-factly describing whatever the hell we're looking at like it's an ordinary basement. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much time if I were you. It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Oh god. That reverb is so creepy. Right is into the pair of blinking eyes, so that's probably her, right? I'm gonna go right.
You turn to the right. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs
Oh, great.
suddenly go numb. Your arms goosebumps quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
She is kind of cute. I like the cracked mask.
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
Oh, narrator's getting scared now.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your
Oh.
blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part
Oof.
of your being is coming to a lurching halt.
That was a bit of a jump scare, that noise.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Oh, I've heard that before.
Lungs, liver, nerves. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open.
Oh, he's chanting in the background. Whew. I feel like I'm seeing something iconic right now.
What are you doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... No. Okay, whatever you were doing,
Oh.
please just start doing it again.
Hold on. What just happened? And then the experience stops once more as your body reapproaches death. Okay. You're in a cabin in the forest? Oh no. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to experience this right now. Ooh. Wow.
You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more?
Thank you, Leah. You are very brave. At least, even though she's asleep, at least you have someone with you, you know?
You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Oh.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you?
Nerves,
Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
she isn't attacking us. Why?
'Cause she doesn't need to.
The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
Can I move my hands?
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves,
Leave together?
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Should I
nerves.
slay the princess? This one feels like she needs slaying, but we can ask her questions, I guess.
Heart, lungs, liver.
If you want to work together, can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
I am what I am. It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
Why won't you finish me off?
Because I don't want to. And even if I did, I don't have to. Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now. And I'm enjoying the show.
The princess leans forward, bringing her
Uh-oh.
moist lips close to your ear.
Did I mess up by asking questions again?
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove
Oh.
across the base of your neck. It feels like static.
Oh no.
And then...
He stopped chanting.
Make her stop. Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs,
Okay.
liver,
One moment, and then you're gone.
nerves,
Just
lungs,
like
liver,
that.
nerves,
Ah,
lungs,
and
Ah.
there's the fear.
lungs. She pulls away. Nerves,
But that wouldn't be very fun, now would it?
nerves,
I've already done that.
liver, nerves,
Alright.
liver, nerves,
Okay, he's getting nervous.
nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, liver,
I was sent here to stop you from destroying the world. I can't just let you leave. And I could believe that this one could destroy the world.
I know. You told me last time. Destroy is such an unenlightened way of putting it. So sudden, so violent, so little nuance. I'm not going to destroy the world, but I am going to hold it in my hands and squeeze it. I'm going to make it afraid, just like I've made you afraid. The world needs fear, doesn't it? Every terror I bring would make the good times so much better. Well, I'm practically doing a public good. So what harm is there really in letting me out?
Yeah. I wonder if I get the soundtrack, is paranoid chanting part of it? Like, is that like in the soundtrack itself? That would be cool. It would also be cool if it wasn't, but wow. People will die if you do to them what you've done to me.
And everyone dies eventually. They're all full of wet, writhing things, and in the end, each and every one of them gets unwound. And then those things get to become a new everybody. Just to come apart all over again. All I want is to be there for it. I want to watch it happen, and maybe do a little unwinding myself. Is that really so much to ask?
Yeah. No, you don't get the chanting in the soundtrack. That's unfortunate, but yeah, I'm definitely going to check out the soundtrack after I finish this game, because it's very good. Alright. How about I just kill you instead?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably, and you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we? Well, put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine.
I hate that noise. It's like, that was like something ringing in my ear. Ugh.
And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Toss a blade and remain with your nightmare. I'm starting to consider it. I really don't know what I should do. And if I let you out, what then? Do we go our separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free. Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
Being around you is agony. I'm not going to stick around.
Oh, we both know that you don't have a say here, so you should just look on the bright side. I'm not sure what the bright side is for you, but I'm positive you can find it if you look hard enough.
She has so many sprites. Oh my god. Yeah, yeah, I have the knife, and I wanted to use it to protect myself. So, I'm gonna slay the princess.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart. We did it. We actually did it.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she?
Ugh.
We've already seen how she can change heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
Okay.
She falls to the ground.
Oh.
Unmoving.
No exit. Stuck in a dream without a stair to be seen.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right?
Nope, I think she was telling the truth.
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us.
I mean, I feel like it was the right choice to... because she definitely intended to destroy the world. Unlike maybe the other two that we've encountered. So I think having sacrificed ourselves is noble. I don't know.
It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
Okay.
Oh, no. Oh, no, No. Oh no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though, does it? What do you mean?
Oh no. I think I can see where this is going.
We still have a way out, clutched in our hands.
The knife.
Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a terrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die?
'Cause there's no escape.
Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care?
Good question, Paranoid.
I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
You didn't value her life.
Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys. It's not like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though.
What do you mean you want to be the first one? This is the second time he said that. What does that mean? The first one to slay the princess and get out? I mean, I don't know what he means by that.
Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Am I not a creature of biology? Won't I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens?
That's a grim thought, isn't it? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along.
I guess he doesn't want us to have done this before. Yeah, I think it's a little too late for that. Too late for that, narrator. You're always going to fail at that goal.
We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet. I could wait. Let's ask the narrator for his secrets.
No.
Okay. How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
Okay, I don't want to be jokey when I do kind of want to just move this forward.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Throw the blade into the void, or slay yourself, or wait. I wouldn't want to be stuck dying in a void forever, so I'm gonna do this.
I don't like this, but I suppose there's not much I can do to stop you, is there? You raise the blade to your neck and slit your carotid artery.
Ugh, that gave me shivers, but I feel like it was the call I would make in this scenario.
No. You'd better get this right next time, do you hear me? Don't blow it.
Ugh. Ugh, the sound of us choking and ugh. Yuck.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
The Wraith. Oof.
You're on a path in the wood.
Oh, yuck.
Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does.
I have a cold.
No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave?
If Paranoid wants us to do that, we can try.
Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it. Yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice.
Does the cold always come out after the second time we've died? I don't remember if he did that with the razor.
All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it? I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end.
I'd believe that.
Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Cold is conditional. I believe that. I think that the last time Cold came to us, it was also because we had just submitted to our death and let her kill us. And we just didn't care anymore. Alright. Are you the same narrator? Are you the same narrator we met in the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate.
Cold appears for a different reason, wink. Oh boy. I don't know if I could even start to imagine what that is, but he's appeared twice, so I must have done something specific twice.
So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
Okay. We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop eventually, this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out, we might as well do it now. A hint for the voices? Sure, bring it on. I don't know if I could... Go ahead. Yeah, this game feels like it's a maze to weave through, and any help would be good, but I'm gonna say this right now, because this is what I was thinking already. I'm gonna let her out if she asks us to let her out again.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. and you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
Okay.
Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Alright, the voices appear and what you do in each separate chapter, or the acts. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I got the feeling that they appear based on what choices I make. Huh. Yeah. But I still don't know exactly what to do to trigger like each individual one.
On second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
Alright. Let's just proceed to the cabin.
You continue down the path towards the cabin.
I'm gonna do
It
what
isn't
she
long
says and
before
let her
you're
out.
steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing. Something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer.
That's what I was thinking, Paranoid.
Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Oh. Something about the way Cold talks. I like it. I kind of like it. Oh, I like Voice of the Cold. Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
Alright.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark.
No door,
single narrow
just a
hallway
mirror.
stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange.
Are you gonna notice it, narrator?
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror?
No.
No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
You're playing Slime Rancher? Have fun. Have fun with that. I love to play games while watching Let's Plays. I'm like, this is parallel play with me and my friends.
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Keep talking, Cold. The narrator lacks self-reflection. He certainly does. He lacks any kind of reflection. Let's pretend there isn't a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he?
No, he didn't. Binding a book? That's fun. That's the kind of crafty thing that I need to do more of.
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening.
Like it was last time?
It's just like last time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Approach
You
the
slowly
mirror.
make your way towards
Oh
the
boy.
gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched.
Oh.
Oh, do we? Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now. You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
Wipe it clean.
That I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening.
Oh, I thought she was gonna be there.
That was a close one.
Oh, this
All
sounds
that
like
stress
it's
lead up for nothing.
the ellipsis at the end makes me scared about what's gonna happen when I click forward, but let's see what happens.
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts.
Uh-oh. Interconnected chapters? Like, I don't even know what that would mean. Like, interconnected chapters. Interesting.
Your bones.
Oh, God, that noise.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met
Oh,
with the terrifying visage of
God.
the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Ugh.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever.
Ugh.
So close to freedom. But then you took my body away from me.
I'll let you out this time. That's what I was planning to do.
So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And
Ugh.
you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us. And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it. Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt. Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition. Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad? You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
You killed me and then I killed you. What should I say? You don't have to be evil. I think she's past that point. Do you need to take my body? Can't I just open the door for you?
You left me in a basement and then you killed me. Oh, we're past the point of compromise. I'm taking your body, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
Oh, I wanted to say I'm here to save you. That changed. Look, we're even now. You killed me and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now it becomes something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding.
Oh, I hate the way her pelvis is dragging on the floor. That's awful.
Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle.
Thank God I don't have the phobia of skeletons I had as a child. God.
Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon. So I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine.
Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision
Yikes.
fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Ugh. Oh.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong.
Oof.
So
Okay.
cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out. I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this.
Oh my God. It's so quiet and muted. Like, that's the opposite of what you'd think a voice in your head would sound like.
We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we?
Yeah.
I was. And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Oh, here's something interesting. She can hear my voices now. She's responding to my voices and not to my dialogue choices. Because she's in my head.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this. We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants. Your body,
Ugh.
still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
Leave the cabin or throw your body into the abyss. I was gonna let you out, but since you've turned the tables on me, I feel like I can't do that anymore. Throw my body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss. We're putting
Oh,
in
oops.
everything we have.
Oops, I skipped it. Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear. Great, I'm glad I'm saying this out loud. As you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body, one foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. Okay, sorry for clicking past that.
You're not. You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body. One, two, three. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Next one, we all go. 1, 2, 3.
There we
You
go.
throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
I just got an achievement called The Exorcist 3, and the reason it gave me for why I got that achievement was very wordy. It didn't all fit in the box.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Uh-oh, she's laughing.
We did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
Oh no, is he gone again?
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
Yeah, why does the narrator leave at the end of all of these? He always leaves. Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel a something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
Oh, there she goes. Oh, okay. But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? Oh, there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before, and you always get scared.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way. You don't need to comfort them.
I'll see you on the other side. It's going to be okay.
Okay. If you say so. We'll trust you. We'll trust you. Whatever makes you happy.
Approach. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. The decay you've withered. I definitely see the difference now. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again. All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Whatever makes you happy sounds familiar. Yeah, that's what Cold said. What do you think of this vessel?
This one is loneliness turned to seething. She could not find her strength in others, so she found it in herself. She will make for a driven heart.
That's a nice way of thinking about her. Oh, she's got a mark on her chest where we stabbed her.
Do not mourn her. she isn't alone anymore.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist. Yeah, and what the damsel said, yeah.
And yet my waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
How can you stand to be a contradiction?
As easily as you can stand to be you. You are like me, even if you have chosen not to look at the corners of you that do not fit. Even if you have chosen to ignore the brilliant contours of your soul.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back. At least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
I think I hate you. It makes me like you more. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. Even though all of these perspectives are part of this entity. And they're all so terrifying in their own ways. It feels distant when I'm with the entity. She makes me feel safe. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you.
It does seem small from here, and the more we journey, the smaller each of those steps will be. But that doesn't make any of them less special.
I'm not gonna kill her. Have you figured out what you'll want when you're finished?
The desires of my multitude thrive in endless competition with themselves. But none of them rise above their dance to influence me. I yearn for what I have always yearned for, our awakening. Other desires shrink in the light of knowing you and knowing me.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me. Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
I'm ready to go back. I don't want to tell her that I'm gonna kill her. And, I mean, I can ask her how many more.
We will know when we near our destination.
Okay, that's fair. And I know I've asked her this question before. I'm ready to go back.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark and you die. Bring the wraith to her.
You're on a path in the woods.
Alright. I'm gonna save here. And I think I'm gonna end the stream here as well. Oh, that was 2 hours. I was hoping it would, I don't know what I was hoping. I was feeling like, oh, I don't know if I can go on for like hours at a time like I've seen some streamers do, but I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed going on for a couple hours. I liked having... I always enjoy having people here to experience the game with me. Thank you so much for everyone who came on board and stuck around and commented and gave me your thoughts. Like, it was all very interesting. So, yes. Happy New Year, everybody. I will be back soon with this game. maybe later this week. I'm hoping to stream more regularly going forward. I don't know exactly what my schedule will be in terms of streams versus pre-recorded uploads and Let's Plays, but I want to have a good balance of them. But I will let you know maybe with the community post once I've decided all of that. And until then, I'm just happy that I have this and I have the few viewers that I do have, and I'm really enjoying both this game and the streaming experience. So thank you again for watching. I have been Mars, and I will be back with another stream of Slay the Princess. Bye!